Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ. Pastor Caleb McGregor here. This video is titled Transferring Membership to Port Edward United Methodist Church. And in this video, we will walk with you through the process of transferring your membership. Now, if you were baptized but never confirmed, that is, you never became a professing member in a local church, or you have never been baptized yet at all, then the videos pertaining to baptism and confirmation on our YouTube channel will help you there. But if you were baptized and confirmed, and now are a professing member in a local church, and you want to become a professing member at Port Edward United Methodist Church, then this video is for you. Transferring membership is relatively easy. Contact me, your incoming pastor. I will contact your outgoing pastor. They may wish to talk to you about this, but that is up to that pastor. I will request for you to sit down with me and have a discussion about your intentions. The actual transfer of the membership records is most often done between pastors and will not have to concern you, unless your former pastor literally gives you the paperwork. What will transfer is your membership information, including any baptismal records. This process is pretty much the same whether it's between two United Methodist churches or even across denominational lines. United Methodists recognize the membership and baptisms of all formally recognized Christian traditions, so you will not expect to be rebaptized or reconfirmed. While the United Methodist Church recognizes the baptisms and memberships of every formally recognized Christian tradition, the reverse might not be true. Not every tradition will recognize a transfer of membership out of their local church or their denomination. But a transfer will be fairly simple if you are from another mainline Protestant denomination, for instance, like the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America, the ELCA, the United Church of Christ, the UCC, the Presbyterian Church USA, the Disciples of Christ, the Christian Church, the Episcopal Church of America, the Metropolitan Community Church, or MCC, and others like them. Again, transfers between mainline Protestant denominations would be fairly simple. It would be processed on their end as a transfer out, and on our end, a transfer in. But if you are not from a mainline Protestant denomination, but from the Roman Catholic Church, or any form of evangelical Protestant tradition like the Missouri Synod Lutheran, or Wisconsin Synod Lutheran, or some form of a Baptist tradition, or any other evangelical Christian traditions like the Assemblies of God, or the Pentecostals or Apostolic churches, or any form of independent churches, they may not recognize a transfer of membership out. They might recognize it as a termination or a withdrawal. There may be several reasons for this. It could be because they either do not recognize the United Methodist Church officially, or they do not see anyone outside of their own tradition as Christian, but perhaps to leave their local church or denomination may be seen as leaving the faith entirely. You may be fully aware of that if in your own tradition, and I certainly want you to be aware of that and the fact that some churches and some traditions do not let their members leave fairly easily. So even if they process your membership as a termination or withdrawal, we will on our end process it as a transfer in, and you do not have to expect to be confirmed again or baptized again. We will, for our paperwork, process it as a transfer even if they don't see it on their end as a transfer. Our prayers are with you. If you are currently an active professing member of another church, I will ask you to participate in our own Discipleship Pathway course. It's a course that includes 8 modules or units based on specific topics spread across the 8 months of the school year. Some of them or all of them may be required. For more information about our discipleship pathway, find our video on our YouTube channel, Discipleship Pathway and Overview. As a reminder, the United Methodist Church requires all transfers to reaffirm their faith publicly before the congregation and to receive their membership publicly as well, regardless if it is between two United Methodist churches or across denominations. You may review our video on our YouTube channel titled The Baptismal Covenant in the United Methodist Church. It is a video that walks through our baptismal covenant ceremony, of which the reception of membership or the transfer of membership is included in that. So you can see that section in there that actually closes the ceremony at the end. But I do want to emphasize with that note that transfer of memberships are not to be done privately, because it is the inclusion into a new community of faith, and that should be done before the body. And that is no matter if it's a transfer between two United Methodist churches or between two churches of different denominations. And of course, a certificate of membership will be given to all on the date of their transfer. Oftentimes, it is asked, can I be a member of two churches at once? And the short answer is no. The longer answer is under certain circumstances, and that has to do with living at a distance from your home church temporarily. So, a certain type of membership called associate membership or affiliate membership can be extended to someone like a student who is away at college, or perhaps a military personnel who is, or anybody who has to move around every so often based on their job. There is a certain type of membership status that allows you to retain your membership in your home church while being able to profess your membership at a church that's closer to you. Again, if you're away because of schooling or perhaps because of your job. But outside of that, the answer is no, you cannot be a member of two churches. And so with that, I want to emphasize the fact is if your intentions are to go to that church, most people fail to talk to their previous churches. And you're still on the rolls there. So make sure that if it's your intention to go to another church and to be a member there, whether it's a formal membership or not, let your previous church know that. Because in the United Methodist context, if your intention is to go to another church, then your membership in that congregation, your previous congregation, will be withdrawn immediately or terminated immediately. Because we do not, outside of these circumstances, allow people to be members in multiple churches. And most people don't know that, or they assume that their their new church has told their previous church. But not every church plays by the same rules, and they have different rules, different processes, and they might not actually talk to the previous church. So you might need to make sure that that conversation is happening between the pastors to make sure that your previous church. Nobody likes to talk to their previous pastor about leaving, but it is important that your previous church knows your intentions. That's very important. There are 4 traditional baptismal Sundays every year that makes for good dates for transferring your membership. These are dates that we're already doing congregational reaffirmation of the baptismal covenant and reaffirming our membership vows. These 4 dates are preferred dates for transferring one's membership via a public profession of faith. There is the Baptism of the Lord Sunday, which is either falls on the 2nd or 3rd Sunday in January. There's Easter Sunday, which usually is in March or April. Pentecost Sunday, which is usually in May or June. Then there's World Communion Sunday, which is the 1st Sunday in October. Or another possible date is All Saints' Day, which is the 1st Sunday in November. If none of these preferred dates will work for you, that's okay. We will work with you to find another date that is suitable for you and convenient for those whom you wish to attend for this service of transfer. Now, of course, sometimes membership rolls are complete. So if you get it transferred, you might not get all the information. And so, even if your transfer is successful, we still may ask for information to make sure our rolls are correct and complete. Such information we'll ask for is family and marriage information, that is, birthdays and anniversary dates, names of your immediate families, and certainly one of the requirements is copies of your original baptismal certificate, or else proof of your baptism will be needed as well.